Do you want to climb ranks faster in Warzone Verdansk? Here are my proven tips to hit top 250. I'm currently ranked 40th in the world, and I'll be giving you guys tip by tip. Tip number 1, it's the drop smart. So obviously, when you first are picking a drop spot, you want to ideally get a contract. Now, I recommend between a scavenger and recon if you're diamond or below. If you're like a crim or higher, you can also contest a most wanted. Now, doesn't mean there's always going to be a team on a most wanted, but usually better players and better teams do go for them, and they're usually a little bit of a hotter drop. Now, if you can get a most wanted, you get a lot of money. If you do contracts in the beginning, even just one contract, it gives you enough money to essentially get a loadout. You just get the contract done, get a little bit of money on the side, you get loadout quickly, and now you have the best guns or the meta guns to take on any team and anyone around you, which ideally is what you want to do off the rip every single time. So I would completely, if you can, disregard kills. Don't worry about kills off the rip. Don't worry about SR off the rip. Your goal in your head should be like, okay, let's get a loadout. That is the #1 objective. Now, if there is people in the way of that and, you know, they're on the contract, etc., they're on the buy, then sometimes you just have to fight, and it is what it is. But ideally, you want to just get a loadout, and then that brings us to the next step. Tip number 2, get more contracts done. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but if you can chain 2 to 3 contracts right off the rip, even better when it's uncontested, it's going to give you enough money for at least loading UAV, maybe an advanced UAV. If you get enough contracts done, you find enough money. Advanced UAVs are like cheat codes, man. They basically give you hacks. Now, there's hackers in the game, so beware. They still haven't fixed that problem. But that's another topic. So we're going to be focusing on finishing contracts. We're going to be focusing once we have contracts done and have more money, then you can start engaging in fights. Usually, you always want to have information. That's what the UAVs and advanced UAVs are going to be able to help you do. Then you can locate people. You can obviously grab bounties. Ideally, when I have an advanced UAV, I like to do contracts as well because let's say you do a most wanted, you have an advanced UAV up, you can play aggressive the most wanted. You know, where everyone's on the map, the gunfights should go in your favor because of the advanced UAV. So it's kind of like chaining. It's you're using momentum and snowballing with money and obviously with kills, because then the more kills you get, the more SR you get, and then you can loot them, maybe get more money, and then you just rinse and repeat: contracts, kills, contracts, kills, contract, kills. I do a lot of contracts every game. I'm talking about, you know, 5 to 8 contracts every single game, and I get the max bonus. We pile up a lot of money, and it's just a snowball effect. It leads us to getting to end game pretty much every time and us doing really well. And that brings me to tip number 3. High ground is going to win you more fights and put you in better situations. Don't always think about just pushing a team straight on. If you can take kind of a route, go on top of a building, getting the rooftop, getting the high ground, it's going to benefit you more. If you can get the high ground and have cover while you're engaging in fights and team fights, it's going to help you stay alive, help your team stay alive, and you guys can get out of a team fight without any of you guys dying, which is always ideal, right? Because you don't want to lose gulag, plus you don't want to lose a teammate, then you got to go out of your way to res them. Maybe you don't have enough money, now you got to look for money, and it's a whole snowball effect. That one team fight that maybe 1 or 2 of your teammates died, you guys could have killed them clean, none of you guys died, snowball, boom. Now you guys get back in the car or get in a vehicle, boom, push to the next contract, push to the next team. But now it all slows down because of that. So try to, and it's what I do all the time, unless I'm very confident in a fight or like I have an advanced UAV up and I know I have the advantage, I always try to get like a high ground, always try to get that initial pick. As soon as you get that first blood, then you could probably pounce as a team and destroy them. Tip 4. This is huge, especially when you're playing with people. Communication is so important in Warzone. Heck, anything at the high level, anything at a competitive level, communication, like small talking, calling out, like, who are you shooting at? You know, what do you need? Do you need help? Do you need cover? You know, what's the guys like? Do you have one knocked? Where's the other guy at? You know, just constantly communicating as you're fighting and not being that person that's either mute or has terrible comms, like, he's over there, I'm dead. It's like, okay. Instead be like, yo, one shot pushing you. No, he backed up, he's planning up. The other guy's far left. Can you shoot him with me? 3, 2, 1, slide, challenge. Like constantly trying to, you know, coordinate as a team, and obviously calling out what's important and what you're seeing and kind of what's happening in the situation. The more comms you can relay to your teammates, it's going to help them either get the kill, maybe stay alive, you know, it's very, very important and it can make all the difference. So especially if you're playing with randoms, you could try game chat. I know it's not ideal. Or if you're playing with people, you know, communicate. If your comms are terrible, just work on it, man. I guarantee you it's going to help so much and your teammates are going to thank you for it. And it brings me to tip 5. In ranked play, survival is almost everything. Let me repeat that. In ranked play, survival and long game is almost everything. Now, if you are not negative 200 SR when you first start the game like I am, heck, it's good for me to take my time, but you know, if your cost is not that high, like, you need to slow down. You need to play the late game. You can get 100 SR from just placements, which is a lot. That's if you win the whole game. And you get up to 200 SR per kill. And the longer you get and the farther you get into the game, the more SR you're rewarded per kill. So, what does that mean? Every time I get to late game, I usually go positive or just about positive, even with a negative 200 SR. Because, 1, you're getting placement points. 2, kills are giving you more points, more SR. Yes. So don't think like, oh, the early kills sometimes can hurt you. If you just get to later in the game and you kill somebody, you get more SR either way. And 3, when you put yourself in those positions end game, kills are going to naturally come to you, right? People are going to try to rotate. They're going to be pushing you. They're like, I'm trying to get in zone. If you put yourself in a good position, then you're just going to get free kills nonetheless. You're going to get engagements. You're going to fight. It's not like you're not going to fight unless you just hide in a corner in the closet for some reason. But ideally, you're going to go up SR. So something I've learned to adapt to and really change, especially in Warzone Verdansk, ranked play, is get to end game. And it's that snowball effect again. Money, contracts. Well, get some kills in the middle. But again, goal is long game. That's your goal right there. Get to the long game. Now have a lot of money. We have self-revives. We have UAVs. We have advance. Ideally, we're going to get to end game. Now we're in end game. And now we can keep getting SR. Maybe max out if it goes our way. And tip number 6, this is a no-brainer, but I see this happen time after time, especially with the lower ranks. Use the meta guns, man. I'll tell you, man, I've picked up like a gold or diamonds SMG or AR. I'm over here picking up a kilo, and I pick it up because I have no other choice. And then I fight a Craig and I just insta-die. I'm like, dude, the difference in guns at the highest level is crazy, man. You notice it very quickly. Unless they're not shooting back. But that's a different story. So always use the meta guns. And with that being said, right now it's currently the Craig C and the LC10, which I have classes on. But those are the guns you want to use pretty much every time. The what other sub is pretty good? The Ladra is okay. And the C9 is okay. But just use those two. That's all you need. It'll help you dominate more and give you more SR as well. And this is a little bonus tip. You need to stay composed. Try not to rage. Try not to lose full mid-game. By full, I mean full composure. Try not to, you know, let it get to you, man. I've been there before. I've been there. The hackers, the BS, the random stuff that happened. A camper in a corner for 17 minutes while I was eating a Pop-Tart. I've been there. It's not fun. I get it. I was a professional Call of Duty player, so I probably have more composure than most people. But what I will say, if you need to take, 10 minutes, walk away from your setup. Go for a little walk in your house. Reset. Go drink whatever your favorite drink is. If you are mentally at a better spot and you can lock in and stay focused, you're going to do better, right? Overall, it's a no-brainer. So try not to play, hot-headed and like if you're just in a bad mood. Okay? If this helps, smash that like, sub for more ranked breakdowns, and leave your rank down below. As always, I try to give you guys the best information possible. I try to explain to you how I get it done. And to top it off, I do stream on YouTube and Twitch pretty much every single day, so you can come watch me live. I would love to have you there. Peace out.